Frank Edmonds. My role in the business is Managing Director of Sales Cycle, and the premise of the business is to re-engage with customers who abandon items in their shopping carts online. Lyle's our Client Services Manager, and he's going to quickly run ahead and tell everyone to look busy. So yes, this is the office shared by Leighton, the digital agency, and Sales Cycle. As you can see, we've got a bit of the golf on, which is a nice thing on a Friday afternoon. But the guys are working around a number of different projects. Sales Cycle specifically sitting in the corner there, working on obviously the application development. You'll be able to see from some of the windows. Got a few bits and pieces stuck up as well, which relate to our own corporate websites. Ideas that we have, it's always nice to be able to share them with people, get a bit of sign-off, see what people's perceptions are and what we're trying to do. Our prized possession of our first ever conversion for Sales Cycle, which shall be framed at some point, which is a nice thing to have. This is where it happens in terms of where I sit. It's always nice to be able to sit down on one, take a look across at the guys, see everything that they're working on, take a bit of pride in everything that's going out of the door. I joined the Leighton Group out of university almost 11 years ago. I actually studied graphic design at Teesside University. As with every recent graduate, I was looking for work at the time. I had strong roots in the northeast, so that's where I wanted to make my base. And I ended up going for an interview at the University of Sunderland. And I was interviewed by a chap called Bernie Callahan at the time. And I didn't get the job. I was really disappointed. I got a phone call that night from Bernie's colleague saying, "No, you didn't get the job, but we do think you might be really suited to Paul's brother's business. You might not have heard of, called Leighton." So that's how I got here. And it's only, as I say, since February this year that I've actually been in the position of Managing Director of Sales Cycle, purely because Sales Cycle is a concept which I suppose has been kicking around in the back of my head since November time last year. I had an opportunity to present that to the board. So we're just walking to the boardroom. The reason I want to show you the boardroom is that's where the magic happened with Sales Cycle. This is the room I used for the presentation to the rest of the board, hoping to get Sales Cycle off the ground. Got sat around the table our chairman, Paul Callahan, Bernie Callahan, Gerard Callahan, Chris Wiles, Steve Nelson, all people who've been there and done it, and you know, they've bought and sold businesses. This is nothing new to them, it's something new to me, it means a lot to me.
He thought long and hard about it because he recognised it was a good idea. So he had an advantage. He's worked for us for a number of years. We know he's an intelligent guy. We know he's actually very creative. We know he's a good manager, which is a real good start.
I was anxious, however, I was prepared. Put together a reasonably good presentation, I have to say. Intention of being as clear as possible, as explaining what we want to do, what the potential returns are, trying to be as engaging as possible.
At the end of the pitch, an hour and a half, he steps out of the room, and I remember turning around to my fellow directors and saying, "What do you think, guys?" And they all went, "Wow, let's go for this one." And there wasn't any doubt in our mind. And we see lots of ideas, and sometimes we'll have a split decision. This was absolutely unanimous. We like this location. It's great because we can attract people from the whole region. But we're just moving. We're actually moving across the road. Literally, I can see the new building from my existing office. And that's because we like the location, but we need more space, and we wanted to have a building which was our own, which we can brand as our own. So this is a fantastic building for businesses that want to start off and grow, and then it's a springboard to move elsewhere, and I think that's what we've been able to do. Opportunities continually arise. Let's be open and encourage people to come up with good ideas, and that's where I see the Leighton Group going, is that we will have other ideas. The ones that we've got are great and will do really well, but other people will come to us from within the group and from outside it with ideas that I don't imagine now. But when I see them, I hope I spot them and say, yeah, that's the one that we want to back. That's the one that we want to help to grow.
And that's why we're here today. But unfortunately, I have to say you've taken up enough of my time, and it's time for you to sling your hook.